We were also wondering how to work with the moon the best because we've heard different things about the moon
Yeah,
and what is the best way to work with it.
yeah,
And like, is it a satellite? Is it a...
yeah. So they're saying no.
Okay.
Um, they're saying that it is like a celestial body. Um, and the reflecting power is almost like it almost has like how some elements they're like reflective like metal or copper or like
Mm-hmm.
certain so the moon is made of of a reflective kind of substance.
Okay.
And so that's why it reflects the light of the moon. Um, I asked them if there could be satellites on it, and they said that there can be satellites on it, but it doesn't take away from the fact that it is like a celestial body that was created naturally.
Okay.
Um, but it doesn't mean that that countries can't be using it.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I'm asking how.
Or even like alien.
Yeah, also. It seems like it's more Earth related. I don't know why. Like I maybe just don't have that kind of connection to it, but it seems like you're able in the US like we're able to send or sorry in on Earth we're able to send satellites there and technology that's able to actually pick up information because of the rotation that it's taking. It's almost like a source of like information tracking, if you will.
Hmm.
Um, and obviously it's selfish because they're using it for their own purposes, but it doesn't feel like it's doing anything like particularly harmful to humans. It's just more being used as like, oh, this is our information. We have this and we have a leg up on everybody, like this
Oh.
weird competition, but it doesn't feel to me like it's being used by other races or civilizations to like fuck with us. Like I feel like we fuck with ourselves enough.
Yeah.
Um, but the reflection aspect of light of the sun is interesting because if you think about it like metaphorically, the way that the Earth's surface is illuminated with the reflected light of the sun, but at night, gives it kind of this like liminal quality. So the light that you see at night with a full moon is very, very different from the light that you get from a sunrise or sunset or full sun, right? But it's still light, but it's over darkness. So that's kind of a metaphor for like how to see um the energy you could say or like the influence of the moon, right? Is because whatever it's doing, literally it's kind of doing symbolically because the two are connected. Just like the same thing as like if you have a knot in your stomach or a lump in your throat or
Yeah.
um those like metaphorical sayings, but they're actually describing like real physical material processes.
Mm-hmm.
So the same thing kind of occurs with the moon in that when the moon is full, the things that are typically dark, the unconscious desires, the shadow, um, yeah, I mean, the things that we perceive to be hidden are like slightly illuminated. There's like a little bit of like inkling of like, oh, this actually might be the reason for this. So it's like it's a good time to see things that might have been hidden before and to bring them into consciousness and to work with that um capability, that humans have.
Okay. And then what
Uh,
about on a dark moon?
yeah. A dark moon is a time of complete blackness when things are almost kind of sucked inward toward the earth. So all of the roots get pulled down and humans actually get pulled down too. So the full moon almost kind of brings water up and out,
Hmm.
which is why people kind of act crazy, and the new moon kind of brings people down and in. Um, so physically, it's obviously a good idea to get more rest because naturally your body is kind of being pulled in that direction. Um, and then from that place, it's kind of where inner stirrings happen of the outer world. Does that, so they're almost like reflected. So the full moon is like outer stirrings, like realizations, conscious realizations of the inner world. And then the new moon is like unconscious or like very rested, new, fresh realizations of the outer world. So that's where you can kind of dream and start like thinking of like, what do I want? You know,
Okay.
what am I looking for um in the real world, not in my inner world and in my inner space. So one is like creation, and the other one's kind of like reflection.
Hmm. Are there any practical things we can do, like maybe that we don't already know with the moon? Like how to work with it?
Mm. So they are showing me, I don't know why, but like it's like moon bathing, like, but with something that's almost reflective.
Oh,
So you can either take something that's like, it could be like a mirror, it could be like a stone. Um,
or tinfoil or
yeah, it could be tinfoil. You want it to be something that you hold you kind of cherish.
okay.
Because it's like kind of taking in that energy.
Hmm.
Um, but the mirror especially, you know, again, like with metaphor and like reality, there's this weird thing that kind of happens when you look into a mirror, especially under the light of the moon. You are like you're reflecting the light of consciousness.
Oh. So do you want to look into the mirror under the moon?
Yeah,
Wow, okay. That sounds powerful.
it's a very powerful practice.
Okay. Do you have anything for like the new moon?
It's really good to eat sweet foods on new moon.
Hmm.
Um, they're somewhat grounding in a way. Um, and to really be as close to the ground as possible during a new moon. Um, so it might be like, again, like resting more, laying down. Um, in the warmer months, it might be like laying down outside on the ground.
Hmm.
Stars are very visible at that time. Um, so it can also be a really potent time to kind of connect with star lineages, star families, um, because you don't have this celestial force. It's kind of like clear, open skies.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a little bit clearer of a call, you could say. The
Oh,
lines are clear.
okay.
Yeah,
That's cool.
yeah. To where the full moon is a little bit more reflective. It's kind of taking the energy and moving around and influencing a bit and bringing the attention on the individual as a reflection of themselves, to where the new moon is kind of more like open in a way, if does that make sense?
Yeah. Okay.